Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar, Automate Data Entry with Hubdoc and Xero. My name is Shimmy, and I'm part of the education team. As you may be aware, it is Education Month. We have one more week to go, so do check out our remaining upcoming webinars. My lovely co-host Gracie will post a link to the Education Month webpage now, so it's nice and handy for you. Now, we understand that entering bills is not only a bore, but super time-consuming, prone to errors, and this task typically does not sit very high on the priority list. I mean, it's never going to be more important than sales and getting those invoices out, right? And it's no wonder that the bills begin to pile up, and before you know it, you have a shoebox full that looks a little bit like the slide. And then some unlucky person has to record and hopefully remember to pay them on time, and then store them safely away to hand over to your accountant or bookkeeper at year end. We all agree that this traditional way is inefficient, clunky, and tedious, right? The good news is that Xero is here to help. We are big fans of AI, technology, and automating any tedious business tasks that we can. So today I am super excited to show you a more slick and automated way of managing your bills and receipts. So here is our agenda for this session. We'll start with a quick intro into Hubdoc and data automation. We'll then move straight into a live demo to see the magic within Hubdoc in the slicker, more automated way I just mentioned. And we'll finish on the features in the Hubdoc free mobile app, so you and all your staff can enjoy the joys of automation while out and about. So what is Hubdoc and what do we mean by data automation? Hubdoc is our trusty data capture tool that effortlessly scans and reads your bills and receipts, automates data entry, and speeds up bank reconciliation too. And I'm sure you've all heard the words data automation as a term that our industry throws around all the time. So let me try and paint a picture for you. Imagine showing up to BankRec and having every transaction light up in green. All you have to do is click OK. It means a world where 100% of your transactions are automatically created. And this is our product vision. This is not a someday, maybe vision. It's actually a vision we are actively working towards and investing heavily in today by harnessing artificial intelligence and machine learning. Specifically, data automation means transactional data, so these are your bills, invoices, receipts, are flowing into Xero, so right into your Xero organization, and automatically, accurately, and in real time, without you lifting a finger. So the future state of data automation means a world where you have zero data entry. Pretty exciting, right? And data automation is key for both advisor and small business success. The average advisor spends about a third of their time doing manual entry, and even more if you include chasing their clients for documents and the back and forth. And for yourselves, the back and forth is never fun either, eating into the little time you have on the many more important business-related matters. One of the highest impact things we can do to amplify the success of both advisors and small businesses is to automate this process and give it back to you today. And the key benefits for you are less paper, less manual bookkeeping work, more accurate data and a better view of your finances, plus all the extra time you'll have to spend on your business. So let's take a look at this in action. Here is my demo company in Xero, and I've already connected Hubdoc. Gracie is going to share a link to a support article that has step-by-step instructions on how to set Hubdoc up, which you can bookmark and refer to as soon as you're ready. It only takes a minute, and you can use single sign-on, meaning you can sign in using your Xero login. And the best news is that Hubdoc is already included in all our business edition plans. So there's no additional cost to use it if you're on a business plan. So we can access Hubdoc from within our Xero organization via the organization drop down on the top left. So if I go ahead and click on that, here we have a handy link to Hubdoc. And as I'm already connected, it just signs me right in using single sign-on. Now, I actually have a few Hubdoc test accounts, so I'm just going to quickly switch over to the one I've created for Spick and Spark. And here is what Hubdoc looks like. So we'll start on the left-hand side and work our way to the right. So all our documents are sorted neatly into supply folders on our left. And this is actually done automatically for you once supply names have been scanned from your documents. So by using Hubdoc, straight away you've created an essential digital document management system, which your accountant and bookkeeper will be over the moon about. And the next panel here lists your individual documents and can be filtered by clicking on any of your supply folders. And the small icon on the right of the documents indicates the status, and you can click on the document to preview it. And the three main statuses that you'll see is a green tick, which we can see here, which indicates that it's been published or completed. There's also an orange triangle symbol, which indicates that the document has been extracted and ready for you to review and publish into Xero. And then you'll also see a blue clock icon when you are uploading or sending documents into Hubdoc to indicate that the document is being scanned and data extraction is currently in process. So these last two icons you'll see very shortly. And it's really easy to bring your documents into Xero. Simply click the upload document and we're going to see a few options. So first, you can upload documents right from your computer by dragging and dropping them onto the screen. So you can pick up multiple files and drag and drop them in here, or you can also use the browse button. So I'll go ahead and click on one. And you'll see in the background here, that little clock icon to say that Hubdoc is currently extracting the data for us. Oh, and we've hit into an error, so I'll look into that soon. Might be because I just tested this and it's indicated that it's a duplicate, so we'll get to that soon. Now, the other method is that we can also email and forward bills using this unique email address here. So you can copy the address, and then I'll just go to my emails. Here we go. So here is a telco bill, which I can forward. So again, I will just click on forward, paste the email address I copied here, and hit send. And a pro tip for you, you can set up auto forwarding rules for all of your supply bills so that you don't have to manually forward them one by one. So now if I go back to Hubdoc, we can see that telco bill being extracted, and hopefully we don't hit into that duplicate issue. Oh no, excellent, that's better. So the orange icon, as I mentioned earlier, means that the data has been extracted by Hubdoc and it's actually ready for us to review and publish into our Xero organization. And before I finish up and close the upload button, there is one more option I want to mention, which is the free mobile app. So Hubdoc provides this app. You can download it. You and your staff can download it so that you can snap photos of your bills and receipts while you're on the go. And I'll get Gracie to post a link with more information on this option for you. So here we have two documents I just uploaded using the manual and forward options. And if I click into the telco one, which is ready, you can see on the right-hand side, the data that has been extracted by Hubdoc for us. So just up here, and it's extracted the key information, which is the supplier, the date, and the total amount. And where possible, it will try and extract more information. So in this instance, we have the due date as well as the tax rate. Excellent. And then right below that, we are able to map it to Xero. And so what we can do is, as you can see, Hubdoc is able to remember the mapping for future use. So it's turned on by default. And as mentioned, there is an auto sync option here that when you tick it, all future invoices from the supplier will just get sent to your Xero organization automatically based on the mapping configuration here. So literally with this option, you can set it up, save it, and forget. So now let's quickly run through the mapping options. So publish as, purchase, this is going to push it into Xero as a bill, but we do have an option to select spend money, a sales invoice, as well as a supplier credit note. Then we have status. Awaiting payment means the bill goes into Xero as approved without any further steps. So this option is going to improve your bank reconciliation so that Xero can match it as soon as the payment goes out. But you do have the option to switch this to draft or awaiting approval if you have those processes in place. In the contact, you can select from your existing contact list. Otherwise, if it is new, you can create it from here. Just give that a capital T. Click on create, and that is going to create it in your Xero organization as well. Line items, this allows you to itemize how to code and categorize the bill if you need to select different account codes and tax rates for each line item. In this case, we've only got one, so we'll keep it as single. But if you do have supply bills with multiple lines, you are able to select into multiple and itemize those out. You may not need to, but it really depends on how much detail you need on that bill within Xero. And then the account code is already set up for me, which is mobile, telephone, and internet. But again, this all maps to your Xero organization. So what accounts you've got set up, you can select in here. The region is if you are using tracking categories in your Xero organization, you can also select it here. The customer, this allows you to on-charge it to a customer. So if this expense related to something that you needed to on-charge, you can choose from your customer list here. And then description, that is the description you want on your bill within Xero. And it's populated for me, which is excellent. So it's ready to go. So if we're happy with the mapping, we can go ahead and click publish. And it's going to send it directly through to your connected Xero organization. And of course, you can come back here anytime to adjust the mapping if needed. And now that it's published, so it only takes a few seconds, we can quickly go to it using this quick link here. Hopefully you saw that. That was on the bottom right-hand corner. And no surprises here. Our bill is filled out based on how we just mapped it. And if you do need to make any changes, you can do it from Xero as well by clicking into bill options and then edit. And the beauty of this integration is that the source document has automatically attached to the bill, so we can view the document in Xero too, as well as your accountant and bookkeeper. So if I click on the file icon, there's a little one, and click into it. Here is the original bill. Amazing, right? So that process I showed you took really just a few minutes. Extracting the data was only a few seconds, and then publishing it once we had mapped it out only took a few seconds as well. And now, because we set the status of this awaiting bill as awaiting payment and approved, it is ready to be paid and reconciled with the corresponding bank statement line when it comes in via your bank feed. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'll go to my dashboard because I know that we made this payment today. And if I click into the reconcile, and here we have it. Xero has auto matched that bill that just came through from Hubdoc to the payment that went out today. Amazing, right? It's like magic. Are we beginning to love AIX? So we can go ahead and reconcile it. Oops, swipe into the wrong way. And as mentioned earlier, Hubdoc has a free mobile app that you and all your staff can download and use to upload business expenses while out and about. From the app, you're able to upload pictures of documents stored on your phone or take new pictures, and they're going to get extracted and scanned by Hubdoc, ready for you to review once you're back at your computer. You can also add tags to documents using the app. You can delete documents. And if you have more than one Xero and Hubdoc organization, you can switch them using the mobile app and scan the documents for the appropriate organization. So you and your staff can download the app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. So who is going to set up Hubdoc immediately after this webinar ends? I hope everyone. It's a no-brainer, really. With Hubdoc and Xero, as you've seen today, you can streamline your supply bills workflow, reduce data entry while increasing the accuracy of your data, and you can do this anytime and anywhere as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. So never again will you have to spend those weekends before GST time hunting down bills and receipts, and no more handing over shoe boxes to your accountant or bookkeeper at year end, creating a more efficient and I'd say beautiful workflow for you as well as for them. It's truly a win-win for everyone involved. And that's a wrap. It was so quick. I'm actually ahead of time. I was expecting a few bumps along the way with the demo, but it just all was so seamless and took a few seconds. So thank you so much for taking the time to join us for this short webinar. It's been a pleasure to have you with us today. On this slide are a couple of upcoming sessions that we think are really valuable and recommend you to join. Exploring how you can automate more of your sales workflows with online invoice payments and more recently, e-invoicing. So be sure to check those out using the link that Gracie has shared. And both of these are going to help improve your cash flow. And that brings us to the end of this webinar. Once again, thank you for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see you in a future webinar soon. Take care. Bye-bye.